Alright you guys, so welcome back to my channel. I want to share with you guys my top 7 brands when it comes to makeup products, okay? These brands, when I walk past, their kiosk or their products, I'm just so excited. And I'm always looking at what to buy next. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys these brands because I feel like when it comes to inclusion and all that good stuff, they do a great job of that. And also their products are bomb at the same time. So with that being said, if you guys are excited, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and let's jump right into the video. Y'all, before I jump into this video, I need some Capri Sun, okay, because my throat is dry, all right? So, give me a second. Whew. So let's get into the video, you guys, because I'm a mess, all right? So the first brand I do want to mention is e.l.f., all right? I feel like with e.l.f., honestly, you can't go wrong. Like, all their products are bomb, and they're so good, and they're so affordable. So I do have a couple in front of me that I want to share with you guys, but first and first, the e.l.f. times Jackie Aina. I meant to say Jackie Aina. I don't know why I say Aina all the time in the videos. Please don't come for me. Aina, okay? I'm sorry. Palette, you guys remember this? If I can get it open. But this palette, when it first came out, I was like, okay, e.l.f., I see you, all right? They were super inclusive, and this kind of blew up, honestly, because I think this was Jackie's first collab, if I'm correct, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this was her first collab, and with e.l.f., that was just a great brand to go with because they're super affordable, their products are really good, and even though they're cheap as well, the quality is still there, you guys, and I love e.l.f. Like, every time I walk in Target or Walmart, I always go to the e.l.f. section because there's always something new that I can pick up. And also their putty blushes. You guys know how I feel about this. I love this so much. And then also I do have their highlighter. This is their 24K gold highlighter. And then also I do have their e.l.f. Always Spicy blush. Like, I'm just throwing favorites at you guys so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But I feel like when it comes to e.l.f., there's so many good products that they have. And their skincare as well is good, you guys. Like, you cannot go wrong with e.l.f. And yeah, I love them so much. I always have to pick something up. So the next brand I do want to mention is Anastasia Beverly Hills, all right? The OG in the makeup game, and I love their products, you guys. I honestly feel like when Anastasia comes out with anything, they've taken their time to do research and make sure that the product is really good, which is why I always go ahead and just buy whatever they bring out at this point. And the best part is they're super inclusive, like their foundations. I don't think they have concealer yet, do they? I don't think they have concealer, but their bronzers, like their blushes, all of that they have just so many shades for so many skin tones out there. I really do appreciate it. And then also Norvina is just so innovative, and I will say whenever she comes out with something, she always explains, the meaning behind the product and why it's super, important to buy it and try it out. And I just always trust her words. So with that being said, I do want to mention a couple favorites that I do have in my collection. The first one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax, which I use all the time. Their lip products, you guys, like, nobody's touching them, honestly. Like, I love their lip glosses. They last all day. They're pigmented and they're not sticky. I love these so much. And then also their liquid lipsticks as well. Like, there's so many shades to pick from, and I know people are a little bit iffy when it comes to formulas, but I love this formula because it does last all day on my lips and is very comfortable as well. But there's so many shades to pick from. When the Anastasia Beverly Hills bronzer came out, you guys, I freaked out. I will say I wish she had more deeper, shades when it comes to the bronzer, but I was so excited because at that point, there wasn't a lot of bronzers to pick from. So when I heard about this one, I went ahead and grabbed it. Just a couple more favorites. I love the Anastasia blush kit, the one ingredient. I still use it to this day, you guys. And it's so funny because it's a couple years old, but I haven't put a dent in it. But at the same time, y'all can tell, like, I use this all the time and it's so nice on my skin tone. And I also have the Subculture palette. I know everybody's a little bit, different with this one, but I love it. Like, the shades in here, I think are so unique and just so different than what you see in a lot of eyeshadow palettes. So I love this one. And of course, you guys know I had to mention the Glow Kit, okay? Throwback. You guys know when it comes to Anastasia, this was so popular when it came out, and I know I broke one shade, so I'm gonna be careful. but y'all can see the shades in here, and I have it in that glow. I used to use this all the time, you guys. Like, I need to chill at some point. But yeah, those are a couple favorites. I still have a lot more in my collection, but I just want to share with you guys a couple favorites that I do have. And oh, also I forgot to mention the Anastasia Beverly Hills, let's see, Dip Brow Gel. When it comes to my brows, this one, y'all, fire. So now moving on to a more affordable brand, I do want to mention Morphe. Okay, like, y'all, Morphe just does it for me. They just do it for my soul. Like, I love this brand so much because number one, they're not too expensive. Okay, and the best part as well is the quality of the products. Like, every time I try these out, I'm like, how are they so affordable? Like, these are not cheap quality products. Okay, like the packaging, everything about it is just A1 to me. All right, and then also recently I have found a lot of favorites, and I'm just like, wow, this is way better than a lot of high-end products, and that says a lot. Okay, so I can keep going on and on, but like, Morphe's that brand. But let me mention a couple favorites for you guys, and I do want to say as well, their setting spray is one of my favorites out there, you guys. I don't have it in front of me, but that setting spray is really good when it comes to making your skin look like skin after you put your makeup on. But other products I do want to mention is their lip products. I really love their lip gloss. It is not sticky. It is super pigmented. It lasts a long time on the lips. I love this formula. And then also their liquid lipsticks as well. Now, when it comes to liquid lipstick, I always say everybody has a preference when it comes to formulas. But with this one, I love it because it is not, how do I say this? It is not heavy on the lips. It's very light. And then also the best part about it is it doesn't crack for me throughout the day. So I really love this formula. Now, one of their products I am obsessed with is their micro brow pencil. Okay, I don't remember how much I paid for this, probably $5, you guys, because it's super affordable, but it is the best brow pencil out there. Okay, try to argue with me, I don't care, but it's so good, you guys, because I was using the Benefit brow pencil for the longest, and you know the Benefit one is like $24 for one pencil. This is like $5 or $6. Okay, like, just go ahead and do the math, but it's so good. I use it all the time on my brows, and it just always looks bomb. All right, now let's see, the next one I do have is their lip pencil, and this is not their lip pencil. I thought it was, but let me grab the actual lip pencil. And I have this one in the shade Trendsetter. I believe their lip pencils are about $4 or $3, you guys, but these are so good. All right, they're not too slippy. That's the wrong word to use. They're not too soft on the lips, but at the same time, they're not too like hard, if you know what I mean. Because, for example, I love MAC lip pencils, but sometimes they're a little bit too, you know, hard to put on the lips. This one is a little bit more in between a hard and a soft pencil, and I hope that makes sense. All right, I probably didn't explain that too well, but this is bomb. You need to go ahead and try it out, and they have so many colors to pick from. Also got to mention their lipsticks as well. Bomb, love it. Their bronzers, you guys, like, their bronzers really impressed me. They're pigmented, they're creamy, they're buttery, and they just, I don't know, like, they just did a great job with this one, especially the shades as well. There's so many shades to pick from, so I really do appreciate that. And then, of course, I did have to mention their eyeshadows. I do have the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is still probably one of my favorites till this day. Okay, it is completely beat up, but at the same time, you guys know Morphe started off as an eyeshadow brand, and then they kind of, like, you know, expanded out to all these products. So with that being said, you guys, I love Morphe. I love their products. I think they're great quality products at a great price, and that's my favorite type of brands out there. You know, like, don't get me wrong, I love high-end products, but if you can give me quality products at a low price, I'm sold. So let's see, the next brand I do want to mention is Huda Beauty. And I will say, when it comes to Huda, I am so proud of her, because when she first came out with the eyeshadow palette and her brand, I was kind of a little bit skeptical, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't know, I don't know what it was, but I was just like, you know, we'll see with this brand. I don't know what they're really gonna offer, you know, but I will say her products are probably one of my favorites, and you guys know, because I talk about one product all the time. So let's go ahead and jump into it. The first one I do want to mention is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. I'm sorry that my voice keeps going up and down, you guys. I'm trying to get over being sick, but it's just like, I'm struggling, but their Easy Bake powder is so good, you guys. I love this powder for my oily skin. The shades are beautiful. It is the first yellow powder, I will say, that doesn't look ashy on my skin. All right, I try so many new ones all the time, but I always come back to this one because it's just that bomb. And I will say one thing about Huda that I like as well, if I tell you guys about the other products, is she's really innovative when it comes to her products. Like it's not just your regular everyday like foundations or powders or cream contour. She always thinks outside the box, and I like that because when you walk past her kiosk in Sephora, you always want to see what she has. You're like, all right, what else is new in here? You know what I mean? So that's what I really love about her. But one thing I do want to mention as well is the Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. I really love this, you guys. It's so good for the skin. And I also love the one in the shade medium as well. But it blends so well on the skin. It's beautiful. It lasts all day. It gives you a very natural, healthy glow on the skin as well. And I really like that. Let's see. What else do I want to mention? So her eyeshadows are probably one of the best out there. I'm sure you guys know. I have her original Textured Shadows palette. I remember when I bought this, I was low-key broke. So it was like $65. And I was like, $65? Like, that's so much money. And it still is till this day. But I don't know how I afforded it back then. But I still have this eyeshadow palette. It's so creamy and buttery. Lots of shades to pick from. But she has so many eyeshadow palettes at this point if you haven't tried them out. And then also what I love as well is her mini eyeshadow palettes. All right. These are super affordable if you can't afford the $65 ones. I do recommend these ones because you still get a good amount of shades in here. About 9 shades. So y'all can see I got the one in the Topaz Obsessions palette. Has all the oranges and browns and yellows. Super pretty. And then also I do love her liquid matte lipsticks as well. These are very nice on the lips, you guys. They're not heavy, they're not sticky, they're very light on the lips. I love these so much, and they don't crack as well. And then the last one I do want to mention, I don't have in front of me, but I used to use her eyelashes all the time. I'm pretty sure everybody out there did, but you guys know I have my own brand now. But regardless, I still love her lashes. Very comfortable on the eyes. They're not poking me or irritating me, and they're comfortable, so I do love that. But yeah, shout out to Huda. Like, I'm really proud of her. She did her thing in the makeup industry and also the skincare industry as well. So go girl. So actually this next brand, you guys, kind of caught me by surprise because beforehand I wasn't really checking for this brand. I don't know why, but it just didn't call my name. All right, let's just say that. But I will say Miss Charlotte Tilbury, okay, shout out to her. All right, and I will tell you guys what started my obsession actually. So she was doing a little bit of a giveaway on her Instagram, and I randomly just, you know, entered, and I actually won. So I was like, all right, cool, like this is awesome. I've never tried her products. And she was coming out with the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and she gave me the shade 15 Neutral. All right, so this is the shade right here. But I went ahead and got the foundation, and even though it's kind of like a little bit off, you know, on my skin, I still love the foundation. So I was like, let me see what else Miss Charlotte Tilbury has. And I will say, like, y'all, her products are bomb. All right, they're luxury. The packaging, the quality, like everything is so nice, and I love it so much. All right, so this one is one of my favorites that she did send me, but the other 3 I did buy. I did want to mention this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. All right, mine is completely broken, so I'm gonna be careful when I show you guys the inside. But this right here is a great touch-up powder for me. I know with this powder, some people do set their under eyes with it, or their face, or touch up throughout the day. It doesn't matter. Wherever you place it on your face, you guys, it's gonna look flawless. And I have the shade Tan number 3, I believe, or dark 3 actually. Yes, so this powder, you guys, is great for touch-ups, for setting your under eyes, for setting your face. It doesn't matter. And I do believe she came out with some more darker shades as well, so definitely go ahead and check it out. This next one, y'all, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Party All Night Stay All Day Setting Spray. This is bomb. This is like hairspray in a bottle. Okay, I love this stuff. It is better than the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It really locks in your makeup, makes it look flawless all day, makes it not transfer as well. It is just a great setting spray. And when I tried this out, I was like, Charlotte, like, girl, why didn't you tell me this was that bomb? Like, I was hearing so many reviews about it, but I was like, it cannot be better than the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you don't have this in your collection, what are you doing? Like, this is so good. I love it so much. And the last one I do have for you guys is a Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer, and I have it in the shade Tan number 3, and I do have it on today, but this is my favorite bronzer out of my whole collection, and I'll tell you guys why. So with this bronzer, the reason why I recommend it all the time is because it's the perfect mixture of red, orange, and brown. Like, she did her thing with this one, all right? So typically when it comes to bronzers, they're either too red for my skin or too deep for my skin. Like, it just always looks really muddy. This doesn't look like that. Like, it looks like an actual bronzer on my skin. It is beautiful. I wear it all the time, and I just recommend it. But y'all can tell I love the airbrush line. All right, every product that she has in this line is bomb, and I do need to check out some more products as well. So if you have any favorites out there from this line, let me know down below, and I will go ahead and check it out. So we only have 2 more brands left, and this one is a drugstore brand. All right, you guys, and I love this brand. It always makes me happy when I think about it, but their products are just so good. All right, of course I had to mention Maybelline, you guys. Like, Maybelline, when it comes to drugstore, is probably one of my favorites out there. I feel like when it comes to their products, they've always been inclusive. They're top quality. I've never had an issue with any product I've tried. Like, I sit here and I think, like, is there any product I try from them that I don't like? No, like, I love every single one of their products because they're just so good. Like, look at this. I have 3 foundations from Maybelline. Like, what brand do you have that you have 3 foundations from? Like, it's so hard to love foundations, but everything they come out with is so bomb, you guys, and the price as well is perfect. And of course, I do have their Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is still one of my favorites till this day, you guys. I love this formula. It blends so well, and it works for so many skin types out there. I also love their Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder. Okay, these are OG products I'm talking about right here. I love this stuff. And I'm sure you guys know about the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Eyeliner. This right here. I mean, everybody loves this, okay? I'm pretty sure this is Jaclyn Hill's favorite eyeliner till this day. And then I do have as well their metallic highlighter, but I can keep going on and on, you guys. Like, this is not my whole collection. This is just part of it, but their products are just so good. Like, Maybelline, I've always wanted them to notice me, you guys, but they haven't yet. But I'm just crossing my fingers because if I ever get an email from them, just know I'm freaking out on the inside, okay? So last but not least, of course, you guys know I had to mention Fenty Beauty, all right? I mean, at this point, I have every product or almost every product from them, but I do want to shine light on a couple products that I do love. But of course, why Fenty is my favorite is because they're super inclusive, you guys. They've always been inclusive since the beginning. I mean, the foundation range that they had, the bronzers that they have, concealers, like everything they come out with is so inclusive, and I love that about them. And then I just also think Rihanna thinks outside the box. Her products are not always your typical products. The names are so different. Like, everything about the brand is just fun and exciting, and I love that about Rihanna. So let me share a couple of favorites that I do have in front of me, okay? So let me just tell you guys a couple of favorites that I do have. Of course, you guys know I was going to mention the Fenty Beauty Cream Blush, okay? Beautiful on the skin, so natural, literally melts into the skin like butter. I love everything about these cream blushes, and ever since she came up with this, I will say every single brand out there now has a cream blush because of Rihanna. Like, she's just like a boss. Like, I love that about her. And then also, of course, I can mention her lip products. I have her Stunna lip paints, of course, and then also the Fenty Gloss Bomb. You guys already know these two are really good on the lips. And then I love her concealer, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Concealer. I do wish, though, for the foundations, I can't mention any foundation because the shades are a little bit off, so I don't wear them all the time. But I do believe I need the shade. Let's see. is it $4.25? If she ever came out with $4.25 for her foundations, then y'all will see them in my favorites. But till then, I love the formulas, but I don't have a perfect shade. But for the concealer, I love the shade 410 for my under eyes. And then of course, I had to mention the Fenty Beauty Sunstalker bronzer. I have the shade Coconutty, and I will say when this came out, I was obsessed with it, and I'm still obsessed with it till this day, but I love the Charlotte Tilbury one just a little bit more. And I do have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Setting Powder as well. This is really good, especially if you do have oily skin, because it keeps you super, super matte. But that's a couple of my favorites from Fenty. I mean, who doesn't love Fenty at this point, okay? But yeah, with that being said, you guys, those were all the brands I wanted to mention. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know down below some of your favorite brands out there, all right? Because I am interested. But I love you guys so much. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next one.